So we're going to be looking at homelessness, but people's opinions and views on it in the area. But we're also going to be looking at like fake homelessness. So when people, yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, people like, you know, when they're like on the streets asking money and they don't need it.
Launchpad is a charity.
Mhm.
Okay. So what do you know about homelessness in the UK so far?
Quite bad. It's worse than other countries. I think it's like legal in a lot of places, isn't it? You have like they can sit where they want, because a lot of countries have it where you can only go in a certain place. And I think in the UK it's kind of just spread everywhere, but not much more than that.
So do you guys know what fake homelessness
Yes.
is?
I do not.
Do one of you want to expand what you know?
I can do that.
Go on.
When a person pretends they're homeless just to get money to spend on stupid stuff, but they actually go home at the end of the day because they have a home.
Nice. Nice. Do you know what to do if you're concerned about a rough sleeper?
Can I approach a charity?
So what if you were worried
Yeah.
about someone who was on the streets? What you would do?
Yeah.
Or where you could go, things like that.
No, I would have no clue.
There is a website called StreetLink where you can anonymously contact the authorities and just tell them where they are.
Oh right, okay.
How do you feel we should deal with fake homelessness?
Well, it's hard to tell when a person is fake or when they're not fake, so it's difficult.
So do you mean how do you get rid of it, or how do you
Yeah.
tell people that it's wrong, or a bit both?
Bit both. Yeah.
Maybe you need to expand homeless shelters, because then they'd be able to take in everyone who actually is homeless. So you wouldn't have to kind of try and differentiate who's homeless and who's
that's
not,
true.
if they were all in shelters at least.
Have you or someone you know been affected by homelessness?
Not that I know.
Okay. What is your opinion on homelessness and beggars?
It's a horrible situation to get yourself into. Yeah, because that will affect. It sounds really bad, actually. Maybe you just shouldn't be saying this to camera. Obviously, it will affect how bad I feel for someone,
Yeah.
depending on if the situation was out of their control or
Yeah.
yeah, just naturally, I guess.
Right. What do you know about homelessness in the UK?
Is it about 30% is homeless? I don't know.
It's about 3%, isn't it?
Oh, maybe. I think I was a bit up with that.
I know it's a gripping issue that is genuinely taking the country, and it's a real problem we've got, especially with the younger generation, trying to get housing for this older generation that just won't die. They're unbelievably persistent. And
Wait, old people?
yeah, you know, they're the ones that are trying to take, they're taking all these houses.
I mean, homeless is a bad thing, but I don't think it's as big as other countries.
The problem with the UK is we don't have any room, you know. There's too many of us. In Africa, homelessness is actually, in rural areas, a really small issue, because you just make your house yourself.
One of the documentaries that we were made to watch, they talk about adding in housing to help with the growing population, but all of it was too affordable for anyone that actually lived there. So it's just making the issue of housing is very expensive now, no matter where you're trying to live. So it's definitely increasing.
Okay. Do you know what fake homelessness is?
Pretending to be homeless. People just begging for money, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you know what to do if you're concerned about a rough sleeper, or where to go?
The homeless shelter.
If you see someone who's sleeping rough, what would you do to help them?
These, you know, because you know.
There's an app where you can tell the authorities where they are and why you're concerned about them, and then they'll help them.
Or how do you feel we should deal with fake homelessness?
Sometimes it can be hard to identify who is faking it and who isn't. So it's quite difficult.
Have you or someone you know been affected by homelessness?
I've never been homeless.
I've known someone that's been kicked out of their house, but that's mainly about it. It's not been anything.
Yeah, I knew one chap that got kicked out by the missus when he went and slept in the train yard.
What is your opinion on homelessness and beggars?
I think that because I think hard subject really, isn't it? Because obviously there's like fake ones and then there's real ones. But I know it's going to sound so bad, but why can't they get a job? I know that sounds whatever. Why
I
can't
don't think
they?
it's always possible for them to, if they haven't had a good education, or it's not always possible for them to work.
Yeah, I think it depends a lot on where you live and the sort of environment around it, and just how many jobs are going to be available. I mean, in this part.
When I see homeless people, they're like drunk and stuff like that, and I just think, what are you doing?
What do you
Yeah.
think about begging? Does it bother you? Does it annoy you?
Not really, because I'll sometimes take the time to actually just give them some money.
Mhm.
And
Do you think that's a good thing that you're doing that?
I mean, probably not, because if they're homeless because of addiction of some
Mhm.
sort, then I'm probably just fueling it.
Mhm.
But it's nice to think that I could have helped in some way. I mean,
Mhm.
sometimes if I have like spare food, I will just give it to them, just because I don't want to eat it.
Mhm.
But I do try to help.
Good. What do you know about homelessness in the UK?
There's
There is a lot.
There is
There is a lot. You go and Wickham, there is.
And then you've been to Northampton.
50.
Northampton, there's a solid, like,
There's a lot, yeah.
good 70 tramps. Or homeless
Are we allowed
people,
to
I
walk
shouldn't
them?
call them tramps.
Sure.
Well, after the debate, do you think they're legit? Like, do you think they're actually?
Oh,
I think they're asking for money.
No, because there's been
asking?
so many cases here. There's been so many cases where there's just rich people.
Exactly.
I think it's
Yeah.
wrong.
They're just like
Because if
because
you're
sometimes they
homeless,
make so much money.
if you want money, you can't make money from sitting down. Like if you want to go get money, go out and get it.
Yeah, well.
I'm not giving money to a homeless person that's sat there.
Yeah,
if she's
yeah.
selling me
Are you one of
something
those persons?
or doing something about
You
it.
rather buy
the
food for
and
you
take
their money instead.
yeah.
You don't, yeah.
Like, there's
Boys,
a
I
hat
think we
with
should
all their
have a
money and
podcast.
then... Oh my god, that would be
no.
sick.
Okay, so next question. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So what I don't know if you told them that, but we're doing fake homelessness, and do you know what fake homelessness is?
Is that where they pretend to have
Yeah.
Just to get money.
Yeah.
And get money off the rich. Robin Hood.
So sometimes they're rich, they'll beg, and then they'll get in a taxi and then go home.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Get in their Porsche. They're getting their Ferrari.
I don't agree with that though, because then people like us think that, and then we won't give to the actual homeless who need it. You know?
No, the actual homeless don't need it. Like, go and make
No,
money.
because you don't know the reason or the history why they're
Yeah,
on the
but they at
streets.
least do something about
They're
it.
not providing their service. The reason they're there is because they can't. They've
my
clearly
mum-
tried.
No,
No one just gives up.
like,
My mum knew a guy.
Let's say I donate 50.
My mum knew a guy, yeah, who
50
was homeless because he chose to, but only because he lost all his children, he lost his wife,
Yes.
his
But like,
job.
then do
sacked
something
him.
about it. Don't just say give up.
So a rough sleeper, what would you do? Do you know
where
where
to go?
Let him sleep.
If you see a rough sleeper,
Fuck
do you know
yeah.
who to call? Anyway.
to
No, I
call?
don't know who to call. It's a child.
Bedtime story.
I probably tuck her and make sure it gets good.
No, it's the homeless one.
Probably not.
There is a homeless kind of hotline.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'll just
Googled
double lugged and 66.
What I've been told is just walk past and don't pay them any attention. Like, I know that's bad, but that's what I was raised almost.
See him on the floor, curb stomp him. No, motherfucker.
You can like.
Do you know someone who has been affected by homelessness?
Yes. I know a guy who was homeless, and then he married a millionaire. It was my mum's friend, and then he just married her. Married.
Oh, see, Pentagon said he's homeless, but he's still
Yeah,
trying
but
to
he's
get
providing a service, so she had reason to like.
To marry.
I bet he was
Not to
fine
the point.
service.
He's homeless, but he's trying to get back rather than sitting there.
Alright, yeah, next question. That's all right.
What's your opinion on homelessness and begging?
I think it's
Basically.
bad.
Homelessness is like fair enough, but like I hate it when they're like proper begging. Like I've had it like.
Spare a big.
Couldn't you spare some change, mate?
No, they come up to you, they run up to you.
Yeah, and then they don't take no for an answer.
Like fully.
So we know you've got money.
Sheds.
We know you've got money.
It's like a nice robbery, you know what I mean?
It's a big robbery.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
against it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no, I'm against it. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm against it.
I am
Okay.
in the middle.
I'm on the fence. Yeah.